I got a fun one for you.
Okay.
If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about education in Austin tomorrow, what would it be and why? And you can't ask for unlimited wishes, and you can't ask for unlimited money.
So, we started talking about how Austin is, part of a state educational ecosystem. And I would have to say, if I could wave a magic wand, I would wave a magic wand and wish for a governor who cared about children. We do not have a governor who cares about children. He has presided over a debacle in the system that's supposed to protect the most vulnerable children, those that are in foster care and who do not have parents that are able to take care of them. He has pushed through this private school voucher scheme, did not visit a single public school during the entire course of the legislative session, but showed up at these, private Christian schools. I've got nothing against private Christian schools, even though if you go to their websites, many times they will tell you, we really want students that share our community's values. That's great. I don't want to pay for that. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, Greg Abbott he postulated about what other laws the Supreme Court might go back and reconsider. And one of the ones that he brought up himself was Plyler v. Doe, a Texas case from the early 1970s that established the right of all children in the United States to attend public schools, regardless of their status as immigrants, regardless of the status of their parents. This is a man who does not care about children, which is why there are groups like Mothers Against Greg Abbott that have formed. So I have to say, if I could change one thing, it would be to get rid of that guy because he's bad news for children.
Okay. And then on the other side of things, is there a particular, community advocate, lawmaker, or somebody that you think would make a great governor that is known for being a champion of public education in Texas?
Gina Hinojosa comes to mind.
Absolutely.
Gina and I kind of cut our teeth together as leaders in then Austin, now Central Texas Interfaith years ago.
Is she a former teacher?
Gina is not.
She was involved in Austin ISD.
She's a lawyer by trade. She has 2 kids that have attended the Austin public schools. One is still in school. She became a member of the Austin School Board and then became the president of the Austin School Board. Yeah. And as president of the Austin School Board, she was very hands-on. She helped the school district build bridges with other governmental agencies, including back when recapture, which is the state system of redistributing school tax dollars, was, sucking so much money out of Austin. And she went to the city and worked out a deal where the city picked up some of the costs for parent support specialists and some of the other things that were appropriate for the city to pay for. Gina has been a champion of public education, a member of the Texas House Public Education Committee, just a real fighter and hero. And she was, she and a small handful of other state representatives and state senators were really the public face of opposing Governor Abbott's voucher bill. She and James Tallarico, who both serve on the House Pub Ed Committee, spent a lot of time communicating to the public about why funding private education is not in the interests of Texas school children.
Yeah. No, and I think what it ultimately comes down to is money in politics, right? When it comes to Governor Abbott's aims, in which there was you've seen a lot of the headlines. It's a bill for the billionaires, and it's a lot of people that went into backing him. This is what their aim is.
Yeah.
By he's carrying out their agenda, and so that they would continue contributing to his political action committees, and he can further his
it's a transmission
political
belt
goal, right?
of money from everybody from Jeff Yass, the Philadelphia hedge fund guy, who's I guess got a libertarian bent and doesn't like anything with the word public in front of it, and then our Christian nationalist oil guys out in West Texas who have completely just distorted the whole Republican Party here in Texas. And, and their, I think, views are more, they would just like to see public education go away completely. And of course, we can't let that happen. When I was going into middle school, my family had to move, and we, for a period of time, my father was not with the family. So my mother had 5 kids, moved to a new town, had to deal with like living in an old farmhouse that only had running water in the basement. And thank God there was a good public school system and even a summer youth program. In fact, I was just up in Pennsylvania where I grew up. My auntie passed away, my dad's older sister. And some of my siblings were remembering this summer playground we went to. And my mom was like, thank God that they had that, because I don't know what I would have done with you kids. There are families like mine all over Texas. We're not the outliers. We're the rule, whether it's I got a sick parent or my dad lost his job or he got deported or fill in the blank. Schools are there as a way to make sure that children are well cared for. Yes, that they are educated. That's our main focus. But we've got to love our kids. And more, it feels like there are people who are spending a lot of money, like you said, to try to convince the voters that you don't need to love other people's kids.